Hello and welcome to Newsfeed. I am Sumaya Abubakar, taking you through the stories trending online that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today. Fans jubilate as Wizkid announces he's set to go on tour with his colleague Davido. CBN instructs Nigerians to start rejecting old naira notes from banks. Nsuk student killed on highway to write an exam, and Usain Bolt loses $12 million life savings to fraudsters. Now, top of what's trending, we have a moment of jubilation for fans as Wizkid announces that he is set to go on a tour with his colleague Davido. He said after his MLE tour, himself and Davido are going on a tour. But Mr. Jollof decided to chide Wizkid following his announcement. He said that he should have done the tour when the ovation was loudest for him. But right now, it is looking like he is perching on Davido's wing to fly. Wizkid replied Mr. Jollof with a shade post. He called on ladies that if their man is begging to feed them and their family, he is their housekeeper. So the man should be made to do house chores, which includes washing the underwear and plates. The media personality, Mr. Jollof, then called out Wizkid over the shade. He said Wizkid has not helped him in any way, so there is no point insulting him. That since the time he knew him and has been attending his shows, he has always paid for the show and also promoted his music. He added that even when he attended his own shows, he always paid for them to attend, and he has never attended his own show, so he should talk to him straight. Now, netizens said they are tired of the back and forth. A netizen commented, "Make Davido just come online now and tweet, 'No be me and you,' make everywhere scatter." Another said, "There is no permanent enemy in entertainment industry. The fans are the problem." A lady said, "At this rate, we need to buy a wig and a string for Mr. Jollof. He's acting desperate." And another added, "This man should just let Wizkid be. Wizkid is the wrong person to banter words with. He will drop shade and go and sleep." Next on what's trending, we have the Central Bank of Nigeria, who has directed customers to start rejecting the old naira notes from banks, insisting that the old notes cease to be legal tender by the January 31st, as earlier stipulated. The Deputy Director Currency Operation, Dr. Rekiat Yusuf, disclosed this in Lokoja, Kogi State on Thursday, 19th, 2023, during the sensitization of market men and women about the redesigned naira notes. She said that appropriate sanctions would be applied against any Aryan banks found dispensing old notes to customers henceforth. The CBN therefore directed customers to report any bank still dispensing old notes either over-counter or through the automated teller machine to the Apex Bank. Yusuf further urged the traders to avail themselves of the window provided by the January 31st deadline of visiting banks to exchange the old naira notes with the new ones. In a response to a customer over the continued dispensing of the old notes via ATM, Yusuf said, "If banks give you old notes, reject them and return them to the banks and report the banks to us immediately for appropriate actions. We have given them enough new currency notes to dispense to replace the old ones in circulation. Carry your old naira notes in your possession to the bank, deposit it without any charges attached." CBN has directed commercial banks not to charge anything on such deposits. By 31st January, this present naira notes will not be accepted for buying and selling in this country. Now, netizens are confused by this news. A netizen said, "How do we start rejecting from ATM?" Another person said, "Everything in Nigeria is by force." Someone said, "Money that we will still spend until June." And a lady added, "When we ask the banks, they direct us to the CBN. You all are playing with us." Next on what's trending is a sad news of Abdulrahman Adama, a 200-level mass communication student of Nasarawa State University, Kefi, who has passed on. It is reported that she was killed by a hit-and-run driver on her way to the school to sit for an exam around Angwan Lambu axis. Adama's demise sparked a protest by students of the institution who decried that the lack of security or safety precautions taken by the school management. A lady commented that this is very sad and disheartening. To think that one with a conscience did this is just disappointing. Blaming the school might seem awkward, but the safety of students should be a primary responsibility of the school, and that is why most higher institutions should have speed bumps on their roads and other safety measures. A guy replied the comment with, "How does an accident that occurred off campus become the school's responsibility? That can't put bombs, they cannot put bombs in the whole town because they are students." Another said, someone whose family were looking up for a brighter future. May she rest in peace. Next on What's Trending, we have the federal government who may begin a gradual removal of the petrol subsidy from April 2023, about 3 months ahead of the initial plan to effect a complete stop to the expenditure head. Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, who dropped this hint on Tuesday, 17th January 2023, during an interview with Arise TV on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, also said the subsidy removal appears to be the position of all contestants to the leadership of the country in their political campaigns for next month's general election. Now, government plans to spend 3.35 trillion naira on petrol subsidies from January till June 2023. The extension, however, generated widespread debates on the expediency of such expenditure, as it will increase the budget deficit of the federal government, which will be financed through additional borrowing and hence further rise in the nation's public debt, which stood at 44.6 trillion naira as at the end of September 2022. According to the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, the removal of the fuel subsidy is one of the fiscal reforms urgently needed to lift Nigerians' development outcome, which are severely constrained by the inefficient uses of resources. Now, netizens have different opinions on this matter. A lady said, "Remove the whole thing at once. Let us breathe and face our problems head on." A guy replied with, "The tricycle fare you pay 200 naira for would be 500 naira. Prices of food and commodities would skyrocket and everything would become expensive. That is the disadvantage of the subsidy removal." Another replied to the comment with, "It doesn't work that way. The Dangote refinery in Port Harcourt and Warri will begin full operation in the coming months. Expenses will remain the same." A lady asked, "From April, you think your party will win?" Now let's take a short break, and when we come back, you will see an interesting conversation between a mother and her 2 kids. Stay tuned.
Now, as part of efforts to support Africa's goal of strengthening...
Now, looking at the activity chart, as you can see right here, a total volume of 130.
Created a Boko Haram crisis that at that time was restricted to Yobe.
How secure are they? You can see security men with blood.
This is the road leading up to the...
Or really, if you look at England squad, you are looking at EPL, you are looking at their names. You are not looking at...
Welcome back. It's News Feed. Now, a viral video of a conversation between a Nigerian mom and her twin sons has broken the internet. Now, the twins had poured water on the floor of their house. Now, when the mother asked which one of them poured the water, they both claimed it was Taye. Take a look.
Who poured the water? Eh? Taye. Who is Taye? Touch Taye. Wait, are you trying to tell me that I don't know Taye, I don't know Kendi? It's only Taye that they gave me in the hospital. Look here. I'm not joking. Who pour water? Taye. Who is Taye? Who is Taye? You, are you Taye? Hey. Thank God that you don't even look alike. Do you want to scatter my brain? Are you trying to tell me that I don't know Taye, I don't know Kendi? Who poured the water? My face Who poured the water? What do you mean? Why are you wicked? Why are you doing this? Are you doing it intentionally? Yeah. You are doing it intentionally. Yeah. Taye, you are doing it intentionally. Yeah. But why? Did they send you to me? When I gave birth to twins, I was happy that I gave birth to Taye and Kenny. Which one is Taye? Who poured the water? Ah, Egba mi tori Ọlọ́run. Who sent you to me? What's the person's name? Taye. Ah, mo ṣe nǹkan láyé mi báyìí.
A guy said, that boy on the right in singlet did it. See his face, zero innocence. A lady said, the mother said, thank God they don't look alike. Imagine if they were identical. Her head would have started spinning with confusion. Another said, both of them are Taye. You, their mother, is the Kehinde. So just clean up the water on the ground. Someone added, I don't care how disturbing twins are. God, please bless me with them. Next on What's Trending, we have Bingham University, who has banned their students from using smartphones in the campus. The university, located in the Karo Nasarawa State, is owned by the religious institution called Evangelical Church Winning All, ECWA. The school released a circular on Wednesday, January 18, to announce that smartphones are now prohibited and anyone caught using them will have their phones seized and face sanctions. The school said following repeated abuse in the use of smartphones in contravention of Section 5.14, subsection 1, 2 and 3 of the Student's Handbook. The use of smartphones is hereby prohibited with immediate effect, and violators of this would have their phones confiscated and face appropriate sanctions. Now, a netizen said, people in private schools are suffering. They should just turn it to primary school. Another said, advanced secondary school everywhere. This is why we will never catch up with the Western world. A lady said one of the main reasons we will remain backwards, and someone else added that is where my younger sister is studying, and it means that I will be writing her letters henceforth. Next on What's Trending, we have Jamaican's Olympic sprinting icon and 8-time Olympic gold medalist Usain Bolt, who has lost millions of dollars in his account with Stocks and Security Limited, an investment company based in Kingston. Now, the lawyers of the track star said that they are prepared to file a lawsuit if that will make it possible to recover the more than $12 million that mysteriously disappeared from Bolt's account. According to Linton Gordon, Bolt's lawyer, the money is missing from his account in the coffers of Stocks and Security Limited, a Jamaican investment firm. Now, the lawyer also provided the Associated Press and a copy of a letter sent to SSL demanding that the money must be returned. Gordon was quoted to have said that Bolt's account, which earlier held $12.8 million, is now reflecting a balance of $12,000. Bolt is said to have had investments with SSL for over a decade. It was gathered that the account includes a part of the athlete's retirement and living life savings. The Associated Press reported that Mr. Bolt's account with the company was created to act as a pension for both of his parents and the 8-time Olympic gold medal winning sprinter. Now, Gordon added that the Jamaican authorities had been informed about the development, while SSL could be taken to court if discrepancies are not resolved. A netizen said, years of hard work gone just like that. Yahoo boys, well done. Another said, may we not experience wasted efforts in our lives. I feel for him. Someone said, Bolt needs to come out of retirement immediately. I just don't think he can run again. And another person said that person will be somewhere right now jubilating on someone's sweat. Well, that's so sad. And lastly, onto a funny video of a dog who could not wait for lunch and he took matters into his own paws. Take a look. The look on his face is like, I cannot believe I got caught. And that is all on Newsfeed today. Follow us and subscribe to all our social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Bye.